How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Jose, aka TheNYCGeek, aka TNG, aka your Elden Lord. Even in a court of law, your Elden Lord. Gotta remind you, aka the one who will sit the throne today. You like my little crown? Aka the guy who is here with his She-Hulk review. Let me tell you something. I'm a little extra spicy right now because I already recorded this. And there was some audio issues when I was going through the editing, and I was like, oh no. No, the first thing that just came through my mind as my soul left my body was, I have to do this again. I have to rewatch this fucking episode again. So we're gonna do a breakdown. This will be the third time in a row that I've had to watch this episode. I am really unhappy with that. So I'm extra fucking fiery with this shit right now. Like, I'm extra on fire. Oh man, okay. So we are at the season finale, episode 9. What a weird number to end on, by the way. Episode 9? Really? It just dawned on me. But like, we're on the season finale of She-Hulk, which has, to me, been the absolute worst thing to come out of the MCU. And I truly mean that. I truly mean it. It is a 0. It is a 0. It's worse than Hawkeye. It's worse than Miss Marvel. It's worse than Loki. It aims to offend you. It aims to insult both its male and female audience. It truly does. This is it's not a legal show. It's not a comedy. It's not a superhero show. It does not know how to do any of those things. It only knows how to be a living, walking landfill. That's all it is. This show is terrible. It is a fucking 0. Before we even get into the review, I'm letting you know, this is a 0, or before we get into the breakdown of the episode, it's a 0. Why is it a 0? Because it fails at all those things I just said, but more importantly, because it's not just failing at all those things. You could fail at all those things and I would give you a 1. That would be the lowest score I would give you, right? I reserve a 0 for those shows like Rings of Power that don't understand their source material, that actively try to perverse and ruin their source material. That's what this show does. It does not get the character of Jennifer Walters right. At least with Miss Marvel, yeah, they changed her powers around, right? But they still tried to keep the character of Kamala Khan as Kamala Khan. Yeah, her character fucking sucks. Nobody wants to see the kiss of death, but at least they tried that, okay? Here, they can't even do that. They changed Jennifer Walters from being a sexy, sultry, cool, funny, grateful for her powers, a good person, to this miserable, bitter bitch. That's what this show's Jennifer Walters is. And we're going to get into it. I told you, I'm fucking, whoo, I'm so fucking mad. But we're going to get into it. Now, I want to highlight what I did before. And again, I recorded this. So this episode starts around 40 seconds. Now, they begin with, reminding you that she's a millennial. Yeah, you could tell. They remind you that she is, this lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And they go through like a little recap of it because it's the season finale. And they do it in this grainy film, this grainy shot. And it's kind of like it's an homage to the Lou Ferrigno version, to the Lou Ferrigno show that was like, I can't remember, when did that air? In the 60s? The 60s? I feel like it was the 60s or maybe the 70s. And, they do the whole thing of like recapping it in this manner. And I will say it was a nice little touch. It's a nice little like, hey, look at this show. At the same time though, it's like, it's such a self-dunk, right? Because it's like, look at this show that is 50 years older than us and how much better that other show was to our multi-million-dollar 2022 show that we can't fucking even have 30 minutes per episode. It's embarrassing. And this She-Hulk is better than the current one. Like, I just, what a fucking joke. Anyway, so she's having this dream sequence. We get a recap of how Intelligentsia, last episode, she got mad at Doomcock, or, the parody of Doomcock that they're doing here, for revealing that she's a slut. And again, is that Intelligentsia's biggest plan? To reveal that she's promiscuous? That's it? That's your fucking, I mean, I guess, like, that's how you bring her down, and she just loses it and fucking, she punched the screen, she broke a wall, and the cops got there like in a minute. This was all last episode. They got there like in a minute. Because, like, I've never seen how fucking, like, what the, were they just waiting out there, like, ready for her ass to go fucking lose it? But she is now under arrest for her actions. They're under arrest for her actions, and she is now in Emil Blonsky's cells, wearing his old shirt. And oh boy, so they're telling her, you know, like, look, you're fucking in jail for what you did. Okay, but the DA is willing to not prosecute. They're offering you a plea deal, okay? But I gotta show you this line, because this actually made me furious, and I'm trying to get to the exact line. She steals, and I can't remember the character's name because I just don't care enough about the show. That's another thing about the show is I feel like, yes, I'm angry, right, about it. Absolutely, because it's terrible. It's a terrible show. But overall, there's just a lot of apathy. Like, I don't care about this show. Really don't. I really fucking don't. And a lot of people don't care about this show. We just want to watch it to mock it. We just want to watch it to make fun of it. And I found the segment that's really going to get me fucking hot right now. Let's get down to brass tacks. They have an attorney say, let's get down to brass tacks. Fuck you, show. Now I'm mad. Now there's no apathy. Now I'm fucking mad. How fucking dare you steal Saul Goodman's line? You are not Better Call Saul territory. You are not a fucking legal procedural show. You are not even fucking closer drama. I don't know what the fuck you are. I don't know what this falls under. That line is Saul's fucking signature line, other than Better Call Saul. Let's get down to brass tacks. Don't tell me that they didn't fucking realize, oh, Better Call Saul just ended. Oh, we're a legal show. Hey, you know what that guy says? Let's do it here. Let's do it like, oh, look. No, fuck off. I know that let's get down to brass tacks wasn't invented by Better Call Saul, but that character fucking popularized it right now, especially right now with the fucking finale. And they're just, dude, I was so fucking, when I saw this, I was so hot. I was so fucking hot. I still am mad. I'm so mad, and I'm mad because this is my third time watching this goddamn fucking season finale. But she starts telling them, like, you took the bait. They baited you, you tantrumed, you raged, and because Jen has no fucking sense of, like, self-reflection or anything like that, she's just like, oh, I got to. Yes, what they did was fucked up, but you responded by literally going crazy and assaulting somebody. And she's like, what are the terms? And they're telling her, you know, you have to wear an inhibitor, you're losing your powers, you know, you can't be She-Hulk anymore. And we start seeing her, you know, we see them breaking, you know, her life breaking down. And Nikki's like, I put them in your car because screw it. She's like, I stole all the food and drinks and I put them in your car because screw this place. How, again, this fucking show is so unaware, right? And Jen is such an unaware person. How is it the job's fucking fault? How is it the firm's fault that you went to a gala, that they aired your dirty laundry, and you fucking rampaged? And Nikki acts like it's their fault, like they should fucking keep her hired. No. What fucking firm would keep this woman hired? So anyway, she fucking loses her shit. Her life is breaking down. And everywhere that they go on the news, it's not like this only happens right now, right? It's not like it only happens this episode. Every time that something happens in Jen's life in terms of the news, she's the only thing that's happening on the news. She switches channels and they're always only discussing her. Is there nothing else happening in the world right now? Nothing else happening in LA that we only can talk about her over and over and over? It's just like they tried so badly to make her the center of fucking existence. And so her world is coming to an end. She's losing her place. She has to move back in with her parents. And I will say, I will give this show the only little bit of credit. I said it before. I said it in episode 2. It's nice to see that her dad is portrayed in a positive light. Like, he cares about his daughter. They don't portray him as a piece of shit. Like, he, these reporters are coming over there to harass her and, find out what ask her some questions. And he's like, hey, the fuck off my lawn and leave my kid alone. Fuck off my lawn. Okay? Now, he's no King Viserys. I'm gonna say that right now. He's not Big Daddy V. He ain't Big Daddy V walking down to save Rhaenyra. But at least it's nice that they show her dad in a positive light, that they once again show a positive father figure who gives a shit about his daughter, and he, argues and he chases them off, and he's like, get the fuck away from my kid. So she's once more living with her parents, and her and Nikki are trying to get down to the source of intelligentsia. Trying to find out who the fuck this group is. Why do they hate her? And what the fuck is going on to us? And then she even tells us, like, this is where this show is just, and this is important. Her mom gives Nikki a video of Jen dancing, right? Like an idiot. And then we get this fucking guy. We get this guy. And we get Dennis Bukowski shows back up, and he's talking about how Jen was crazy even without superpowers. Let me tell you guys, the people who wrote this show, you guys don't exist in reality. You clearly don't exist in reality, because that character would never exist in the DA's office. And I know, because I used to work in the DA's office. I could tell you he wouldn't. Not to say that there aren't pricks out there. And there are plenty of pricks in the DA's office, hands down. But no way would this character be allowed to work there, being so blatantly obvious with the way he behaves everywhere. He would have been fucking fired in a heartbeat. Okay? He would have been fucking removed, let alone at a deputy DA level like they had Jen, which I don't fucking remember what she was. Because if she's the deputy DA, then that would mean she was second, but she was below the actual ADA, or rather the actual DA. So there's no way she was a deputy DA. So maybe she was like a deputy ADA of a deputy chief of maybe one of the bureaus there, maybe one of the units. But this guy is her peer. There's no way he would have fucking made it up there, because he would have been fucking fired. He would have been fired before he fucking prosecuted his first misdemeanor, acting the way that he does. But you want to portray that the world is somehow full of these jack-offs in influential, like, dude, you could have made this a piece of shit friend of hers in a private firm, and it would have made more sense. But again, you guys have no idea how the law and how legal proceedings actually work and how these places work. And then she turns to us, right? And she goes, this isn't even a reluctant superhero story. It's very important that you hear this, okay? Or that I tell you what she says, because I won't play. She goes, it's just me getting screwed over. And then she asks the audience, is this what you guys want? As if we're the fucking bad guys. We're the bad guys. We're the ones, is this what you guys, us, you trolls want? You want me to be portrayed in a negative light? Dude, we don't have to portray you in a negative light. Your writers are doing that for you. This show is an insult to not just men. Obviously, it's clearly insulting men. It's an insult to women. The way you are portraying women in this show is a fucking insult. Okay? And don't try to pin it on us. We're not the fucking bad guys. It's not our fault that your show is shit and that you have writers who have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Don't blame us. Don't blame us. No. It's not our fault. So anyway, she goes that, and then look at this next thing. She starts trying to call Bruce, right? This narcissistic character still has the gall to call Bruce Smug Hulk. I know, and look, I have on my phone. I won't show you guys on my phone, but I have my dear friend who I call a bastard on it. Like, I call him a bastard on it. That's his name on it. I get it. So, like, we get funny names on our phones. But it's still a dig at Bruce. This is still a dig at Bruce. And she's trying to find out where the fuck he is. And she even reaches out to Emil saying, hey, you know, can I go visit you? Like, I need a little bit of a break from this fucking show. And we go to Nikki trying to infiltrate this super secret organization, the super secret Reddit, full of doomcocks, because it's such a clear jab at doomcock. Like they're so out of fucking touch. They're trying to insult a great fucking channel on YouTube because their show is just such shit, and they think that we all are like fucking doomcock or something. It's just, oh my god. And we I apologize, I had to cough there for a second. And then she's infiltrating. All she does was put in this video, Anonymous. Sweet vid. Hope to see you at the event, bruh. Like, it's just, wow, this super secret organization is so quick to just give out all the info. Just like that. And so we go to Jen. She ends up going to visit Emil Blonsky's place. And Nikki convinces Pug to go infiltrate the group, to go in there. So he gets in. He sneaks in, and he's in the super secret He-Man Woman Haters Club of Intelligentsia. He did it, guys. And we find out this fucking show. We find, like, he's in there insulting women, and like, you know, like, oh, I'm so fucking, like, he's like, and look who's here. And look who the big reveal of the major bad guy is. You ready? Todd. It's not Josh. A lot of theories were that it was Josh. It's not Josh. Todd. We don't see Josh ever again, by the way. This man fucking disappeared. We find out Todd created Intelligentsia. He's not just a creepy stalker guy. And is this supposed to be that he created Intelligentsia and he started hating on She-Hulk because she turned them down? Is that what it's supposed to be? Like, I don't get it. It's a clear dig at you know, like, as they say, incel culture, because if you hate this show, you're an incel. No, it doesn't matter what you are. You're some form of istophobe. You're something. It just was, I can't with this show. And we find out that they're having their He-Man Women Haters Club in a super secret place. And it actually is Emil Blonsky's place. Now, it's not that like Emil Blonsky is a part of this. He's not. But he's like renting out the place to them. And Jen is like, where is Blonsky? She's like, where the fuck is Emil? And the guy's like, dude, he's at the Winter Lodge, whatever the fuck they call this place, the lodge. And then here comes the abomination, because apparently Emil has been taking, like, I have a question. He's doing appearances as the abomination, right? How is he still, like, is he skirting his inhibitor? Like, every time that he does this, does he go up to an electric fence and get shocked, and no one puts two and two together that, whoa, is a constant occurrence? Because the parole man came to fix it. We know that it happened one time, right? Has it been happening multiple times and the parole man didn't put two and two together? I just can't fucking realize. I can't sit here and just think to myself that actual functioning adults fucking wrote this, because this is a fucking mess. And it only gets worse. I swear to God, this only gets worse. So, oh my Lord. Okay. So, like, Jen, he starts giving like a little motivational speech, and it's not like he's like, yeah, fuck She-Hulk. He's just like, dude, like, hey, he's giving like a generic motivational speech to these people, okay? And here's another, I will give this another little nod, another little bit of credit, right? Credit. Jen confronts him. He's like, dude, you've been transforming into the abomination? He's like, yeah, but I'm just doing it for money. I'm just doing it for a little bit of money. And then they come in and tell her, like, dude, this is Intelligentsia and it's Todd. Or what's it? Yeah. And then he reveals, like, it's Josh. Like, Josh was a part of us and we did it. And here he goes. He starts getting superpowers because he injects himself with Jen's stolen blood. Which, by the fucking way, how did this fucking guy steal Jen's blood? Did he rail her so good that she blacked out and he's able to stick a needle in her and siphon blood without her realizing at all? Because we still never saw how he stole her blood. We never did. Like, I'm telling you, like, was she blacked out completely that she doesn't feel a fucking needle go, and a thick, strong needle, because we saw that they had to change the tip. And she did. So anyway, he starts getting his powers, and I have to show you, because this is going to be my thumbnail, because this was so fucking stupid. This has to be my thumbnail. I have to get it. And she starts going, like, even she's like, wait, this can't possibly be where this season was going. He's like, it's like, yes, it is. Why are you so surprised? Your shit show has been leading up to this for a few episodes now. And he just starts, oh yeah, I've got fucking Hulk powers. Look at this. Oh, bad. This CGI is horrendous. This is awful. Who the fuck sat here and thought, we're gonna go with this. This is it. But this is not the shot. That's that right there. That's got to be my that's got to be my fucking thumbnail. This fucking thing is got to be my thumbnail. That goofy ass face. Because that's exactly how I feel watching this fucking show. Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus, give me some fucking strength, because this show is a fucking disaster. But again, I will say to Emil's credit, like he tries to attack her, and oh wait, I almost skipped. Not only does this guy get his Hulk powers, right? Because this is where it all starts to fall apart. But fucking Titania shows up like the goddamn fucking Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, and fucking breaks through the wall. Why the fuck is Titania here? This isn't messy enough? Yeah, no, your whole show has been fucking messy. Why are you shocked? Why are you trying to act like this is not a fucking mess? And to fucking, again, to Emil's credit, this motherfucker tries to attack. Hurry the fuck up and show the goddamn thing. He tries to attack her. He tries to attack Jen. And Emil's like, watch out. And he changes back and he saves her. He tries to help her. And then these other fuckers try to attack her too. Like, you know, I will say, I'm glad that they stuck with Emil is not a piece of shit, not a bad guy. He's trying to defend, you know, he tried to change his ways. He's really trying to, yeah, like he's still transforming. He's still breaking the law, but it's not like he's doing it out there to fucking rob a bank or something. He just shows up. Hey, look at me. I'm fucking Abomination. Oh shit. And then he's like, give me some money for the guest appearance. That's it. Like he's not, I'm glad that and he tries to defend her. Like these guys try to attack her. He's like, get the fuck away from her, you sons of bitches. You know, like he's trying to be a good guy. And then because we have to throw in some more of a mess, right? You guys ready are you ready? Look at my face. Are you fucking ready for more garbage to just to be diarrheaed out? Because not only are we going to get Abomination, we just get the fucking, we get the Hulk. We get the Hulk. Are you guys entertained? Are you entertained yet? Because I'm not. And then he starts throwing down with fucking, again, how the fuck do any of these characters know where the fuck they are? How did Titania know? Did she hire like a DI to follow Jen? How did Bruce know? And instead of Jen just say, because like Bruce and Abomination start throwing down, and instead of Jen just saying, Bruce, he was defending me. She's like, no. She just starts going into the, what? No, this is a mess. None of these storylines make any sense. No shit. Your storyline's been leading to this, and we've been telling you it's fucking garbage. It's full of fucking plot holes. Do you know why? You know why your shit is full of plot holes? Hold on. I'm going to give you some fucking free advice, Marvel. Okay? Hold on. Let me get comfortable for this. Here's why your shows fucking suck, right? Because you have, especially in this show, and oh my Lord, you're going to see it in a few minutes. You will see it live, okay? These people are, it's a circle jerk, right? And they're just jerking each other off, and they say something stupid and someone's like, oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. They don't have one person outside of the circle going, hey, stop it. Enough. That shit was dumb. That shit was stupid. That makes no sense. They don't have a dissenting voice. That's what happens when you surround yourself with jackass echo chamber mentality, that you don't realize your shit is garbage. And then people turn around, and when they're telling you that, your only defense is you attack the fans. You attack fans. And then you wonder why the fuck your show's a fucking mess? Oh my Lord. So she says that. She goes, this is a mess. None of these storylines make any sense. And then she asks us, she's like, is this working for you? And then, okay, I want to get this exact, right? I want to get this exactly down, all right? Because here's the next segment. This isn't me. I didn't just go, fuck this. I hate this show. And I went out to the menu, even though I really, truly want to, and so many others I'm sure have. This is all in the show right now. Okay? This is all in the show right now. And this starts at 1620. 1620, right there. You see it at the very bottom. 1620. Okay. We're going to remember that number. And it goes into this massive fourth wall breaking. And of course, this is a way for Disney to be like, oh, look at our other shit. Look at what we have lined up. Look at all the other stuff that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about I Am Groot taking a bath. So she starts breaking through the fourth wall, and she punches this out over here, and she's like, she goes, the menu's not going to stop me. Menu's not going to stop me, because even if you don't want to watch me, I'm going to fucking make you watch me. Breaks the inhibitor. She goes through here. She punches this, and she comes into our world, and starts walking around in our world, just like, Jen does in the comics, because Jen has done this before, where she's attacked she's confronted her comic book writers, except that was charming in the comics, and this show doesn't have any of that charm. But I told you guys, these motherfuckers actually self-inserted themselves in a circle. Yeah, there's a circle jerk right there. Except this one guy. This should be the one guy who's outside of there going, hey, this is trash, guys. This is garbage. Stop it. And here's the head culprit. Here's the head culprit, Jessica Gao. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell all of you. It's not just her. I'll tell all of you. You guys don't know how to write. You don't know how to write legal shows. And I know that she said that, but they continually try to make this a legal comedy. You don't know how to do anything legal procedural. You certainly don't know how to make a comedy, because the show isn't fucking funny. You have no idea how a superhero show works. I don't know what genre you're trying to go for here. It's not a drama. If you're going for the genre of garbage, you hit it absolutely. Garbage show, without a doubt. You nailed it. You're fucking on top of it, because the rest of this is not funny. It just, and they're over here talking about, ha, look at our shows. And she shows up and she tells them, like, you guys are writing like bad shit. You guys are writing bad shit. And we're all like, yes, it's been bad shit. It's been bad shit. Stop trying to be tongue in cheek. You're not, we know this whole fucking show has been terrible. You want to act like it's just a season finale, but she says, I want to talk to Kevin. And they keep putting Kevin in initials, right? Now, I watch everything in subtitles. Because I watch a lot of anime, it's just instinct for me to watch it in subtitles. It always is. And sometimes, someone might have like an accent that I can't pick up something, and I read a lot faster than I hear. So I noticed that they had Kevin in initials. I was like, oh man, here we go. Here comes this twist. Because, and she's like, I'm going to fucking talk to Kevin. And she goes and she starts, and they're plugging in more of their fucking Marvel shit, and Disney smelling its own fucking fart. And they go in here, and she goes into the big room that Kevin Feige's in, right? That he makes his announcements. And what are we introduced to, guys? Kevin is a giant fucking AI. That stands for Knowledge Enhanced Visual Interconnectivity Nexus. What? What the fuck does that... Look, it's them they're trying to like be tongue in cheek, right? But you're not. You're actually fucking just shitting on yourselves, because it clearly explains to me and to many others why your shows feel so soulless, because I would genuinely believe that you have an algorithm pumping out your shit show. Like, I could truly believe that. I could truly believe that you have an algorithm putting out your shit shows. That's why that's why it doesn't feel human. That's why it feels fucking soulless, because you are not fucking, like, you have a fucking algorithm creating it for you. And then he starts telling Jen, hey, switch out from She-Hulk because it's expensive. See, you're very expensive. We can't afford your fucking CGI. And she's like, oh, but do it off camera because we can't afford the CGI you transforming. And I sit here and I look at this and I tell myself, why couldn't they have just hired a woman with that physique to do the role? You didn't need to fucking spend the CGI. God knows you're fucking cheap as fuck, Disney, because this episode is not even fucking 30 minutes. You cheap fucks. You know, like, but why couldn't you just hire a woman and just paint her green and with that physique? It's not like she's some giant fucking character. You know what I mean? Like, you could have gone, my wife is tall. My wife is 6 feet. I'm sure you could have found someone who's like maybe 6'2" and in shape, like, you know, like not jacked, but, you know, nice and toned, and hired her to do this fucking role. But no, we had to do this. We had to try to put CGI in it. And then she starts saying that she's not happy with what's happening in her story. She's not happy. None of us are, Jen. I got to break it to you. None of us are happy. Nobody's happy with what's happening in your story. And she starts complaining and she starts giving, wait. She says this. It's incorrect. It's Kevin Shows. And ready. She goes, can we agree? Like I said, they keep trying to say that this is a legal comedy. It's not. It's not a legal comedy. You have no idea how the fucking law works. The stuff you do in the courtrooms it doesn't fucking fly. And you're not fucking funny. This show is not funny. I've chuckled maybe twice. Maybe twice I've laughed. The one time I can clearly remember, I've chuckled maybe twice, and I can remember laughing once. The only time I laughed, I think, was like episode 4, when it was the magician scene, and the lawyer starts pulling out like handkerchiefs, and I'm like, oh my God, again, this would never happen in a court of law. But it just cracked me up that the fucking, and she goes, oh my God, even the lawyer's a magician. That's it. That's the only time where I laughed. I was like, oh, that. And then she starts breaking down. She starts trying to make a closing argument to the AI that, you know, we should change things up. We should change it up, and we shouldn't just go with the same routine. So she starts saying, he tells Todd, she says, I don't want Todd to have Hulk powers. So he's back to normal. Because I don't want Bruce in my fucking show. She's like, I don't want him in here, take him out. So they just start retconning. They just start retconning stuff left and right. And then she tells him, I just want him to hold himself accountable. Nothing about how grateful she is that the guy put his life, like we don't know how fucking strong Todd Hulk is. I'm going to call him Todd Hulk. Is like, he swung for her and he immediately went to save her. He went to take a hit for it. And then when those other guys attack, he went. So like, nothing about, hey, this guy tried to do the right thing and tried to save me and try to help me. And she just starts retconning the finale. Okay? She retcons the finale. And then she goes, oh, I wouldn't mind seeing Daredevil again. A woman has needs. And it's just constant, we're, you know, daddy issues. Should I transform back? And that's it. And that's it. That's it. That's our season finale, guys. That's our season finale. A giant fourth wall retcon that did away, even with what little action was there. Not that it was good action, but it did away with it. That's it. It was 23, let's say 23 minutes and 50 seconds, right? 23 minutes and 50 seconds. So that skit, this fourth wall breaking thing went on. We started at 1620. I told you guys to remember that number, 2350. So it went 7 minutes and 30 seconds of just fourth wall break and retcon, and that is our season finale. We're fucking done. Pod goes to jail. She says she's gonna see him in court, which again, why would why are all these people being arrested? Why are the cops even here? If Todd doesn't have powers, he didn't fucking attack you. Why was Titania ever here? Why does Daredevil fucking show up? Oh, it's so, and here's where I'm about to really get fucking mad. And I've been getting mad about this for 3 times. This is my 3rd fucking time getting mad about it. But it's so fucking infuriating because we just see that she is talking to Daredevil, right? She's talking to Daredevil. These idiots can't fucking put 2 and 2 together. She's talking to Daredevil, and it's very clear that and he's acting like a goofball as Daredevil, which is like, come on, man. This is not how Daredevil acts. He might act that way as Matt Murdock, without a doubt. He's charming in that way, but that's not Daredevil. And then they start seeing it, and they're like, oh shit, like, did they hook up? Are they a thing? Right? So they're saying that Jen Walters is dating Daredevil. And she puts him on hold. And this whole time, Titania is recording this. Get ready. Get fucking ready for the fucking rage. She's recording the fact that Jennifer Walters is fucking flirting and that Daredevil and her are fucking thing, right? And then Emil goes to fucking jail. He goes to jail for breaking his violation, his parole. And we go to her family having a dinner with Matt Murdock. You just fucking showed that Jen is with Daredevil, and the next thing you're showing that Jen is with Matt Murdock. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to fucking put 2 and 2 together that now Matt Murdock is Daredevil. You just revealed his fucking secret identity. You just fucking revealed Daredevil's secret identity because you know Titania is going to put that on fucking on the internet. She was streaming it. She was fucking streaming it. She was saying, hello, Titaniac. We're about to witness a murder. So they just saw Daredevil. They just saw the man. So they're going to fucking put 2 and 2 together that Jen is with Daredevil. Jen is with Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock must be Daredevil. These fucking idiots who are writing this, you guys are fucking idiots. Okay? You don't know how to fucking write. And you need somebody there to fucking cut down and say, hey, don't you think that if we fucking do that, they're going to reveal the fact that, people are going to put 2 and 2 together that, Matt Murdock is Daredevil. I hate it. I hate this fucking show. I do. And we ended with this. We ended with Bruce showing up. Bruce shows up. He talks about how he's been in Sakaar for a while. He's going to tell him all about it. But first, he's got someone that he'd like for them to meet. Okay, he's got someone that he wants for them to meet. Someone very important. Who can it be? Who is it? It's an undeserved mention of his son, Scar. It's his son, Scar. And they just took Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, all that, and they just threw it here. This is it. This is what we got. We got this fucking just... Dude, I've got a fucking headache from watching this show 3 times back to back. I really do. Because I watched it first so that I could watch the episode. Then I recorded it before and I had those audio issues. Now I'm watching it a 3rd time. I can feel my fucking soul breaking into pieces, having to fucking watch this. And that is how the show fucking ends. It ends with she's back to being She-Hulk. And this guy's like, he calls her the difficult diva of law herself. And we end the show at 27:15. 27:15. I should have. And then we do have a mid-credit scene. Wong comes to to break out a meal. He brings them to Carmitage or whatever it's fucking called, and that's it. This is like 20 minutes. So 27:15, 20 seconds, I mean. And it started around, I would say right at the beginning, right? 40, right? 27:15, another 20 seconds, another 40 seconds here. So your season finale was not even 30 fucking minutes. 30 minutes and 7 something plus minutes of that, 7 minutes and 30 seconds of your 28-minute show was a fucking fourth wall retcon breaking shit. It's someone that fucking, like, is Disney that fucking cheap that they got someone over there, like, with a fucking old school stopwatch watching the time? Like, is there someone like, hey, you got 29 minutes, you got 1 minute, wrap this shit up. I don't fucking care. I don't care where it is, wrap it up. Let's go. What the fuck is your rush? This show needed a lot of fucking things, right? First off, and the most important thing that it needed was a competent team of writers. It needed a competent team of writers, but it also needed the time to develop the character. It needed a writing team that actually cared about She-Hulk and to show her and do her right, to do her justice. This show is an injustice to the character. It's an insult to men. It's an insult to women to portray women in this manner. It's an insult to the character. That is why this show is a fucking 0. Okay? It's not a 1. It's not a 2. It's definitely not whatever these fucking shows, because trust me, there are shills out there right now on YouTube, not even just media sites, fucking shills right now who have been defending this show where they're just fucking shills and idiots sitting there talking about how great this show is. If you're sitting there defending this show, and not just like, hey, I like the show, I'm entertained by it. You can be entertained by it. I always say that. I love garbage shows. I love watching my own garbage. I always say I love True Blood. It's a trash show, but it entertains me, right? But if you're sitting there trying to defend this, I cannot respect your opinion in this. It's your opinion. You're welcome to it. But man, I'm going to dunk on it left and right because there is no saving grace in this show. They don't capture the character of Jennifer Walters. That is why it's a fucking 0. Because at the core of it, at least Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, as bad as those shows were, they tried to keep to the characters, right? Especially with Miss Marvel, they tried to keep Kamala Khan the way her personality is in the comics. She's still an obnoxious character that nobody likes. She's the kiss of death on projects, but at least she's still Kamala Khan. This is not Jennifer Walters. This is not how that character acts. So you're sitting there putting this abomination, pun intended, and then you act like we should be fucking applauding this? This is not the character. That's why it's a fucking goose egg. That's why it's a 0, because you can't even get that right. That's why I gave Halo a 0, because I don't care about the fucking visuals. That's why I give Rings of Power a 0. I don't care about your fancy set pieces and your visuals if you can't get the core of a character right. They couldn't get Master Chief right. They can't get the characters like Galadriel right. You can't get Jennifer Walters right. Your show is a fucking 0. This shit should be thrown in a landfill. Okay? And then that landfill should be sunk into the fucking ocean. I can't. Excuse me. It's just such a fucking disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourselves, Disney. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I know you don't feel shame because you're idiots. You're monsters. This is what you do. You take things and you defile them. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because you know why? Because we're winning. We're winning. Your shows and shows like this are failing. You may want to try to fudge the numbers. You may want to fucking, say 100 million people sample Rings of Power or whatever and not show any fucking numbers behind it or play around with the Nielsen ratings and have to actually show. You don't want to show your numbers, but you know that they're not fucking matching up to this. And there's a lot more people dissenting and hating on this show than there are people praising it. Because you're losing. Your movies are flops. They barely break even or they just don't make the money back. The MCU is dying. these shows are suffering, and it's awesome to know because that means that us, the true fans, are winning the battle. We're winning the war. We're winning the battles, and we're winning the long-term war of getting back these properties into the hands of people who care about their works. I would love to see a She-Hulk show done by an actual fan of She-Hulk, not these people. This is the worst thing to come out of the MCU so far. You butchered Daredevil, you butchered Bruce Banner, you butchered Jennifer Walters. You have no idea how to write a legal procedural, a comedy, a superhero show, a drama. You don't know any of those things. Your show is a mess. It's an injustice. And if you want to applaud yourselves for creating a huge piece of shit, hey, do so. But this in a few months, it'll only continue to be the laughing stock and meme that it is now. It will not be no one's gonna sit down to rewatch fucking She-Hulk, unless you are some fucking misogynistic bastard like I am, who just fucking watched it 3 times in a goddamn row. But that's it. That's my review for She-Hulk. The season finale was 7 minutes and 30 seconds of retcon, and just no action, boring. And you guys know I love character-driven stuff. Look at House of the Dragon. Man, I love that fucking show. It has had very little action in it because it doesn't need to, because it's driven by its characters. This is not. There's not even a fucking fraction of care, and just so done. I'm so done with this show. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's trash. It's a 0. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Even if it's only 27 minutes, don't waste it. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the TheNYCGeek. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit it right now. And also, while you're at it, please consider hitting that like, that share button, that freaking bell so you can know when another video goes live. Leave a comment down below. I do my absolute best to engage and chat with every single one of you. I try my best to respond to every single comment. Let me know, did you hate the show? You like the show? If you like the show, why? Because I need to know. You can't just tell me it's amazing. Don't just tell me it's amazing. I need to hear more than the bots, the line that the bots and the NPCs have been feeding. I need some fucking points. Tell me what it is that drove you to be like, no, I like the show. And then maybe I'll be like, okay, well, I can see why you're enjoying it. Okay? But do leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please make sure to follow me over on twitch.tv/TheNYCGeek, where I do stream regularly on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. That schedule is up for change. We're going to be changing things around after I just came back from TwitchCon, and as well as follow me on the filthy cesspool that is Twitter. Woo! Today is going to be disgusting. Today, Twitter's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. And as always, please remember your time is precious. Thank you for sharing it with me. I know this was a long video. I wanted to do more of these episode breakdowns. Your time is precious. Don't spend it on this trash. Don't spend it on this 27 minutes. I have to watch this thing 3 times. Oh, that's an hour of my life I'm never going to get back. Never. And please, please, please stay safe. Take care of each other. And I will see you guys next time.